Hey everybody and welcome back. It's your favorite bartender Larry here. Last week those guys, they got out of the game. Congratulations to them. But I gotta go pick them up now. So I don't got a lot of time here at the beginning. But previously on a Good Job Adventures.
Everyone be careful. Things are about to get intense.
Anything happens, I'll give the signal.
Did Owl give a signal before he snuck off?
Did you just screech?
What? Wait for it.
I think that means we should roll up to him.
Okay, go.
Another signal delivered perfect. Like the record scratch. It's like, you're probably wondering how I got here.
Oh no.
Jackie Chan? That's a future NPC. Alright, Elagos is freeze-framed, and he's like, hi, you're probably wondering how Breath Weaver got here.
Well, that's hot.
Very hot. Spicy.
Ooh, someone turn on the AC. That's hot. We land like the Ginyu Force.
Who's Goldo?
No, I'm Krillin.
You?
Eh?
Oh?
You're probably wondering what I cast.
You cast it last turn.
I'm gonna attempt to solve Weird of Fortune.
Oh my. That's the episode name.
Alright, then this is when you should read people's character sheets. Hellish Rebuke.
Congratulations, you killed yourself. Congratulations. What? Adventurers, you're now all gold standard. He is a gatekeeper. He is a guildmaster. He is Prae. And you are here. Welcome to Tofak. All right, everybody. I'm going to do the countdown. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and start off the session. Welcome back, everybody. We're here at Good Job Adventures episode 8, I believe. And let's just go ahead and get this started. So, Elagos.
Why me? Why first?
Elagos is dead.
Great start to the session, guys.
Are you going in alphabetical order? Because Anders first.
No.
Cut to 12 hours earlier.
12 hours prior, you guys were still inside of the game. Now, we're cutting 12 hours forward to Elagos. You open your eyes and look around. Clearly, you can see now you are inside of a circular pod in a very comfy chair. A familiar scene from when you had your very first usual. As you look forward now, you see a faded glass window like before, and beyond that is a shadowy, hulking figure. You try and reach for your sword to defend yourself, but you can't seem to lift your arms that well. As you look down, you see that the muscles that you had acquired over the many years as a paladin seem to be much smaller, but heavier than before. You hear a click, and then the glass opens, and outside is none other than me, Larry! Hey, buddy! Hey, my guy, Elagos, how you doing?
Larry, you wanna tell me how long I've been here that my muscles have atrophied from unuse?
Ha! Oh yeah, don't worry, I gotcha. So he slings you over his back, kind of like in a fireman's carry position, and he says, "Come on, let's go get your friend."
Doesn't answer my question.
He's going to. I just have it. I literally have it right here written. It's written out. Come on. So you look around the room and you see that there are many more pods, some with the light from within, and the others completely empty. So here's your answer to your question, Elagos. So I gotta say, you guys killed it, and in only 3 months too.
What?
That's gotta be some sort of record.
I'm pretty sure that was like 3 days.
I'm sorry, Breath Weaver. Are you here right now?
I thought you said you got everyone.
I got Elagos. I said, let's go get your friends.
Oh.
3 months? This is some Endless 8 bullshit right here.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was more like Endless 3. What's this Endless 8? I don't know what's going on.
You don't know what Endless 8 is?
No, I actually don't know what Endless...
And you call yourself a fucking weeb. I'm ashamed of you.
What does Endless hate?
He does call himself a fucking weeb. You call yourself that, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, not really.
I'm ashamed of you.
How he sees me.
Yep. Vin, do you know what hateful hate is?
Make 10 more night cores to make up for this.
Yeah, I no, no. I know what Hateful Eight is. Isn't that a movie?
Vin's seen a lot of classics, so he should know what that movie is.
Oh my god. All right, yeah. So, well, as Larry said that you guys had did some sort of record in 3 months, he says, well, it's not as good as the one that me and my crew did. We cleaned him up in about 2 months. You guys suck. So, Elagos, while you've been talking to Larry and berating me on my knowledge of movies / being a weeb, you've been hearing this odd squeaking sound for a bit, and you finally look behind Larry, and he's got quite a large red wagon that he's dragging behind him. And then, like, I guess you just kind of, like, look lazily at him, and he says, how else am I supposed to carry all you guys? So he stops in front of the next pod, and it opens before him, and inside is a very, very skinny Ander. Even skinnier than he was when he was inside the game, and being
He actually gained weight.
Yeah. He is 500 pounds. He's sitting inside of this circular. You really can't even see his entire body. He's kind of squeezed in there.
He took everyone else's feeding tubes.
Oh my god. So his eyes fly wide open, and then Larry picks him up, kind of like from the neck, like a cat, and drops him inside the wagon.
Whoa, what the hell? What happened?
You guys are outside now.
His vocal cords atrophied.
Yeah.
But where outside? Where am I?
Oh, we'll get to that. You're inside of well, basically Prae's warehouse, but he asked me.
Am I inside a game again?
No, you're not inside the game. Congratulations, you've won.
Oh, can I sit in the wagon?
You already are in the wagon.
Seriously, why is Ander now a soprano? He didn't always sound like this.
I don't know. It's because he's really skinny, man. His voice went.
That's not how that works.
Okay. Listen, man. This is D&D muscle atrophy. I don't know. Anders handling it how Anders handling it. So Larry continues on to talk to you guys, and he says, so normally I charge for a gig like this, but Prae did ask me special to give you guys a helping hand. Also, I made off pretty nice too, so I guess you really did make it worth my while, huh, Elagos? And he kind of just like winks at you, referencing a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, I know what he's referencing. I'm still not happy about it.
You're still slung over his shoulder. So he rolls up to the next pod, and inside of it is Breathweaver. And his chest is kind of lighting up a pale blue from underneath his shirt. And when he's picked up, the light disappears, and then he's dropped into the cart next to Ander. And then Breathweaver just, Larry announces, neat, next pod.
Bring out your dead.
Bring out the dead.
Wait, why is everyone else in the wagon except Elagos is still over his shoulder?
I don't know. I guess Larry just found it really comfortable to hold him over there.
I paid for business class.
Yeah, he's get back in business, peasants. So Wilhelm is inside the next pod. However, he looks remarkably the same as before. I guess dwarves kind of like take to hibernation a little bit better. The only noticeable difference so far is that he's far less sweatier than you remember him being inside of the game. So maybe that was just some visual effect Prae was playing on you guys.
Does he have a goblin neck pillow?
No, he does not have a goblin. No, it's green, but it's not a goblin.
So we all turned into like skinny, non-muscular people, and Wilhelm turned into Hikikomori.
Yes.
I guess. So as soon as he goes ahead and goes to attempt to pick up Wilhelm, he has to put you down to pick him up because, you know, Wilhelm is completely clad in armor and, you know, is much heavier than you, Elagos. So
I'm not?
You are.
How can he sleep in armor?
Well, it was kind of like a coma, so I guess he wasn't sleeping that well. His neck probably hurts. We'll have to ask him later. So he picks him up, he puts him inside of the wagon, and now we have pretty much everybody except for Raul. So you guys are all sitting down in the wagon. You're kind of feeling a little parched. Everyone's not feeling too great as they feel really weak and it's very hard to move. And then Larry picks you back up, Elagos. He says, and now finally to grab Raul.
Oh, no.
So any bets on what he looks like in there?
Probably a changeling right now.
I second that.
All right, so we got 2 for changeling. What about you, Breathweaver?
Changeling.
And Elagos.
Or he might look like Prae.
Oh yeah, we definitely don't want to open up that pod.
I'm gonna say he looks like Benicio del Toro.
That is
Because that's the first actor whose name came to my head.
Larry just looks at you and he's like, okay. So he walks up to the last pod, and as soon as it clicks open and the faded glass window goes away, we see Aul sitting down inside of his comfortable chair. And I am going to pass it over to Tyler because I didn't know exactly what he was going to look like, but I'm going to modify it slightly whenever he says it. So what does Aul look like sitting inside of the chair?
He looks like a half-orc, and he says, "You got me. This is my real form."
And this is the ghoul form?
No, half-orc. Ghoul's a full orc.
Oh, jeez.
If you remember the interviews from episode 4.
Yeah?
That's a throwback, Vin.
It's a throwback?
Yeah, it's a throwback.
God damn it.
What are you trying to do? Make me a half orc?
Wait, you're a half? No. Wait a second. You're really skinny for a half orc.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably lose a couple pounds.
All right, smart guy.
So he picks you up, and he,
Wait. Take the catheter out first.
Oh.
No.
You all got one of those, right?
Oh.
No.
What the hell?
I didn't get one.
Well, that explains why the bottom of my pod is wet.
Oh, why do
Oh
you
my
make
God.
it worse?
everybody's comfortable chair was stained, but nobody paid attention to it.
I look at Anna and I just see like the catheter's still in, and I'm just like, Anna, you should get that out.
Not great. So,
It's just leaking all over.
all right. we're gonna stop there. There were no catheters. You didn't need them. It was a magic illusion catheter. We're not gonna discuss it. Your excrements are an illusion.
That's a t-shirt.
Now that we're gonna snap back to Larry taking control of my scene, and that is not a t-shirt. That's a terrible idea.
That's a great idea.
All right, mark it down.
Well, now that I grabbed all you guys, let's head back to the Chillin' Dragon. I'll get y'all feeling right as rain.
Wait, the Chillin' Dragon was in the game. Why are we going back there?
The Chillin' Dragon was loaded in the game, and now we're going to the real Chillin' Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
Glad you have so many questions.
We'll be able to see the actual band that wasn't able to half load in?
No, they're not here right now. I sent them on vacation because I gotta take care of you yahoos.
Oh.
So none of you had really noticed up until now, but inside of this room there was a bunch of pods, but towards the end of it there's a door that looks almost exactly like the guild door that you all walked out of to leave Plaza. And he starts to wheel you guys closer.
Can we see into these other pods? Like, is there a window? Elagos was looking through glass in that flashback he had a while back.
Yeah, it's a faded glass window. So like, you know, like those showers where like you can see the glass, but like you can't see anything beyond the glass.
You mean frosted glass?
Yeah, like frosted glass. Is that not faded glass as well?
Faded glass?
I don't
No.
think faded glass is a thing.
That's what I call my bong.
Oh, good job.
They call me faded glass.
These are not made out of bong glass or the glass that is used to make bongs. I don't think it's called a specific type of glass. It's frosted glass, and you can't really see inside of them. But there are a couple with lights on, a bunch with lights off, and they're kind of lining up on the walls. So as you guys kind of just like are being wheeled inside of your nice red wagon over to the door, Larry announces,
Prae gave me a direct connect for this, so this is gonna be pretty cool.
So you guys are all wheeled through the door as soon as Larry opens it, and you just see kind of like a white fadish light coming from the other side. And as soon as you're all wheeled through, you're inside of the bar halls, and the door shuts behind you. And he's like,
Pretty cool, right? Like, Prae may be a dick, but you know, he's got some neat tricks.
Is that what he did with the urine and stuff?
What? No, yes. Yes, yeah, that was actually a catheter. We went right through big catheter. Those are for giants. That come in.
Vin, personal question.
if this is about the catheter, I swear to God, stop
wanna know.
talking. Okay, what's the question?
When you were writing this campaign, like, what did you think the odds were that it would get derailed this much by literal toilet humor?
Okay, I'm here. I'll give you an example. It was we're 2 pages in to literally be talking about it, and then you guys have already. I didn't think it was gonna get that much toilet humor, but I don't know where we are right now, but I'm satisfied with the result, I guess.
We're on the toilet.
Yes, you're on the, it's a shit show, guys.
I mean, we probably have people listening to this on the toilet.
I mean,
Morgan, shush.
okay. Yeah.
Just shush.
At some point, the possibility is real that someone is taking a shit and then listening to this show. And to whoever that person is, hello. I want to make you uncomfortable. Good job, adventures.
So let me hit you guys up with some unusuals, and we'll get you all fixed up. So wait here for a second.
So Larry pops behind the bar and gets a small vial that contains a clear liquid. But its design is actually quite remarkable. The glass shimmers as the light is passed through it, and it's stopped with a silver topper. So Larry uncorks it, or takes the stopper off, and he kind of smirks at you guys, and he says,
No, Elagos, it's not water this time.
And he pours each of you a shot. So he kind of gets a little tray, brings it on over to you guys sitting inside the wagon, and he hands each of you the shot. And as the liquid passes through your lips, if you all take the shot, which I assume you will, you feel much more invigorated than before, and you feel incredibly hot.
Ooh.
And not in the attractive sense.
Ooh, it's hot today.
It's hot today, right, guys?
I'm really sweaty. Oh no.
Oh God.
Is this what Wilhelm felt like?
Yeah, everybody starts sweating exactly how Wilhelm felt like.
I can confirm.
I'm sweating like Wilhelm, says Wilhelm. So all of your muscles seem to be working on overdrive, pretty much just spasming and seemingly repairing themselves, or at least so you think. He actually just gave you guys schnapps, and that's exactly what's happening. So Larry begins to tend to his bar now, wiping it down with a clean cloth that he pulled from his incredibly dirty apron. And he begins to talk to you all. He says,
So, since I'll be giving you guys some good old helping hands, might as well give you a breakdown of exactly what's going on, how it came to be, and where I am, and maybe some info.
Is he still holding Elagos?
Yeah, Elagos is still slung over his shoulder.
He's like burping me like a baby after I drink the thing.
Yeah, he's just patting you on the back. He's like,
Shh, it's okay now. Larry's helping you.
So that's the helping hand he was talking about. So he reaches underneath the bar and he says, So everybody, welcome to Tofek. And he pulls out a party popper and pulls it. Yeah, a potty popper and pulls it.
We did it, boys. We corrupted him.
Toilet humor, me butchering a word, and then everyone laughs.
It sounds like he has a Boston accent.
Stop. He pulls out the party popper. Correctly said this time, and he pulls it out, it pops, and he says, The land of wishes, blah, blah, blah. So, to be more specific, you guys are in the city of Ruel right now, on the southern coast of Tofek, if we're being more specific. And he leans into you guys a little bit more, and he says, And to be even more specific, you're in my bar.
Hey, Larry, I have a question.
Sure, what's up?
Did you ever try to get your wish?
Kind of. It's a funny story, but this place is pretty great. Tofek, you can pretty much make it here and do whatever you want. You can essentially grant your own wish. It's just a really neat place, very unique compared to the rest of the world, but if you put in enough hard work, grit, and buy enough bars, you can pretty much accomplish your wish. Mine was to be the best dang bartender I could be, and I seem to be doing a pretty good job. I got usuals.
How many bars do you own?
Oh, just this one.
Well, don't you also own the virtual one?
That's the same bar.
No, it was loaded in. It's technically a different one.
Larry, if I can get a word in,
Sure, Ander, what's up?
How is Ruel spelled? As like he's quickly like writing something down on like a spare piece of paper.
Oh, yeah. R as in Romeo, U as in Underdark, E as in Elf, and then L as in Larry.
You should have done R as in Ruel.
I really wanted to. I thinking back on it, I shouldn't have said Romeo. It's just because I work in a call center, and that's exactly how I described it. Do it like at work. I should not say elf on the phone at work.
R as in Ruel. U as in you've come to Ruel.
E is in Elagos is in Ruel.
L as in
L is in the last letter of Ruel. So what?
Yeah, so let me drop a little bit more information on you guys. Maybe I can answer some questions before you ask them. But basics first, Tofek is an island. It's kind of circular, but not a perfect circle. That would be kind of weird. It's like got some jagged edges, but I don't have a map. I had a map. I lost a map.
Well, he answered my question.
All right. Wait, was it the map question?
Yep.
Oh, why did you answer for him?
I guess that was his question. His question was about my question, but my question was if the island was a perfect circle. But
Oh, that's it. Yeah, well, oh, look at that. I answered the question. Kinda. Not really. But some say the gods made this very island to test the souls of mortals. Others think that's hot bullshit. I am in the crowd of the hot bullshit. I've never seen a test here besides Prae. And that's pretty much it. You can do pretty much anything here. You put in some grit, like I said, some hard work, and you could pretty much, do whatever. No one's really gonna stop you, and if they try, you could always, beat them and then be better.
is Larry a libertarian?
Larry may be libertarian.
Why did Larry answer that question?
Larry's not familiar with the term libertarian. Larry's speaking in the third person. Larry the Libertarian is my name. No, but
Well, it's canon now.
and God damn it! Now I have to. All right. So, or instead of putting in the hard work like everybody else, you could be like the other yahoos that come here looking for the towers.
The handouts.
Oh no, you could be like the other communists that come here looking for the handout. No. Larry's showing a bunch of political scriptures.
Are there two of the towers?
No, there are no two towers. This is not a movie. This is a podcast.
What movie? What's a movie?
All
The
right.
Hateful Eight, right?
No.
What's a podcast?
Oh my God. All right. So Andrew, you said what are the towers, right?
Yep.
Okay. So before I start on with this, now I'm not even sure that these things exist. I have heard like some hearsay. Prae is a huge believer in these towers existing. He says that's where he got his powers or the ability to do what he does.
The powers from the towers?
The powers from the towers. Wow. He whips out his book, kind of like Anders, and writes that down. He's like, that's a
Wait,
good
with
intro.
one hand, because he's still holding eloquent.
Yeah, he has out the book. He's very talented. There are some rumors, and since I am a barkeep, rumors are kind of my dealings, sorta, and money. I like dealing money. I digress. But that said, there are these towers that they got some, from what people say, deep magics inside of them, wish granted magics, something like that. Again, very hazy stuff, guys. I'm not really sure exactly what these things are. I personally have never seen them. I've been pretty much all over this island. There's always people talking about them, but I've never lived to see one. Gods, magicians, no one knows who made them, according to what the rumors I got. But the general idea is that there are 7, scattered all across the land.
According to the Zaggett's travel guide.
According to the Ziggurat's travel guide, they do say that there are 7. But again, not sure exactly where they are. There are a few rumors around here in town in Ruel that there is one in the city, but again, the only kind of tower I've seen inside of the town are just skyscrapers and just really tall buildings and the regular old patrons that come in. I really am not sure 100% that these even exist, but people have come here to come hunt and look for them, so I just figured I'd give you a little bit of the rumor that I heard.
Wol's going to turn into like an old human wizard, and he's going to look at Ander and he's like, "So Ander, isn't there a thing called a wish spell? Why do people need towers for wishes? Can't they just find someone who can cast that spell?"
All right, so now Ander, I want you to roll like an Arcana check.
I like how Wol might know about this, but not Ander.
That is a non-natural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay. So Ander, after like years of studying magics and pretty much just becoming, more accustomed to it, you have realized that the wish spell is something that magicians have been trying to create since essentially the dawn of magic. Everyone has attempted to create the wish spell, but no one has ever successfully done so. And now, for the purposes of this campaign, to let everybody know, the wish spell is effectively removed from every casting list, and it does not exist.
Damn.
Oh, that's not a thing. Like, people have been trying to cast that spell, but they haven't been able to yet.
It's always ended up horribly, and it never works.
You have to make a giant transmutation circle out of the entire country, and then everyone has to sacrifice their soul.
Yeah, that.
Before that's Anders' endgame, I want to become immortal. It's like, I've got this really neat spell, guys. Want to help me dig some holes?
That's what happened in the Endless Eight, right?
Stop.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds about
Oh my
right.
god. So Larry listens to Anders' explanation. He's like, yeah, he's pretty much got it pegged. But just to let you guys know, that was just a little introduction I wanted to give you. But like, does anyone have any like questions for me, just like based on like anything they want to know? Because like that was kind of the breakdown I was gonna give you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Well, I'm very well, thank you.
Thanks for asking.
Do you know where I can find more information about these towers and about like other places on the continent?
Sure. I mean, yeah, there's in regards to more information about things on a continent, I'd say more or less it's good to just ask the people that live here would probably be the best thing. I'm trying to remember some knowledgeable people in town, but it's stripping me. I haven't been in Ruel for a little while. But
Are we able to ask Prae this question?
I'm gonna answer Anders' question first, then I'll get to you. But there is a library in Ruel. It's possible you could get some diggings there for more information. But in regards to asking Prae, you probably could ask him. I don't know if you guys are on like excellent terms with that guy, but I mean, hey, if you find his warehouse, sure, go for it. I don't see
can
why
tell you
not.
right now, we're not on good terms with him.
Yeah, you might want to find somebody else. Again, I don't know how nice he is with you guys, but like, I mean, he's pretty chill with me. But I don't know. I don't ask him too many questions. He doesn't ask me too many questions, and we have a very nice relationship in that sense. That I don't have to talk to him that often.
I love him dearly.
He's my best friend. I love him. But essentially, he just wants to know if you guys have like any additional questions, like either about the game, about Ruel, about Tofek, that he can answer.
Yes, Larry, I see you're booting up a PowerPoint presentation. What's that all about?
Actually, it's a Prezi.
Oh God.
They don't have enough money for office here.
No, okay, so again, with the references from outside of the D&D world, yeah, no, he doesn't have a PowerPoint. He's just cleaning his bar down with the rag. He sets up his projector. No, he's still burping Elagos, and I guess, tending him up too. So he's like, basically, Prae asked me to, help you guys out. He did think that you were a pretty decent group of people. I mean, he didn't particularly like you, but he did feel bad for, kind of making you a little angry inside there. He does want to please his players.
What did I do to him?
You didn't really do anything, I don't think. I don't really know, but he did ask me special.
I don't think so either.
I think I know who it was, and Anders just like staring at Owl.
And I'm staring at Wilhelm.
Wilhelm just stares back at Owl.
I wink.
All eyes on Owl. But yeah, just to give you guys to clear the air, like if you had any additional questions to break it down, definitely would be the time to ask.
Can you put me down?
That's not a question.
That was a request.
Yeah, he puts you down inside of the wagon next to everybody else.
Oh, we haven't gotten out of the wagon yet?
No, you guys really can't move.
Oh, okay.
You're still sitting inside the wagon.
Owl clears the air and instantly is like, Wilhelm, did you fart?
No,
I smell something.
that could have been you.
What are you smelling?
So Anders gonna cast the gust cantrip and just move this air out of here.
Okay, so as you attempt to cast the gust cantrip, Ander, you're actually finding it very hard to muster up the strength at the moment to cast spells. You believe that to be due to the time you had spent inside of the virtual world and the fact that the medicine is still working with you.
Okay.
How much longer for the medicine, Larry?
It usually takes about, I'd say, 12, 15 hours.
Oh, alright, so half the day.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's nighttime now, so
What was in that medicine, by the way?
would you like to know? I actually got it from a good dealer of mine. They're not drug dealer. I'm not going down that route with you.
Did he give you drugs?
Well, these are like drugs. It's
And he's a drug dealer.
legal drugs.
Those are the two criteria: dealing and drugs.
Are they prescription?
Yes, they're prescription. Listen, it's a restoration potion. It's essentially gonna fix you guys right up, but it does take some time to work out. I recommend, it's a little bit late at night. You guys should probably head on up to bed. I'll bring you guys up into some rooms. They're all completely paid for. Prae put forward for you guys room and board for now.
Larry, you feeling okay? You seem to be not doing so good on
Speaking of some time to work out, Larry, maybe like an hour and a half per day would do wonders for you.
Oh, thanks. Really appreciate it. It's not like I could literally pick up everybody in your party right now.
Well, then do it.
I did. I literally. How do you think you got in that wagon, big guy?
No.
You fat fuck.
Pick us all up at the same time.
What? You want me to pick up everybody in your party
Yes. You said you could, and I want you to try and demonstrate it.
at the same time, or like?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking. You want me to pick up?
You said you could pick up all of us. I want you to prove it.
All right, fine. So he goes ahead and he goes behind the bar and he grabs like a little wand and he kind of just like sticks it in his back pocket and he comes over to you guys and he's near the he goes over to the wagon and he completely picks it up over his head and he starts jiggling you guys around and it starts to hurt a little bit because your muscles are still atrophied.
Can I check to see if the wand is like illuminating magic?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll Arcana.
My Arcana. Here we go. Ooh, that's not great. 10.
Okay, so you look at the wand. It looks like it's just a regular magical wand. It's not like a specific magical item, but like you did feel like the presence of magic when he walked over to you guys and he picked it up. He picked you guys up and then just put you back down on the ground. He's like,
Are you satisfied?
Not really. Could you do it without that wand in your pocket?
Sure.
and he puts the wand down on the table, well, on the bar, and then he picks you guys up again, and then he puts you back down.
Oh, okay. Well, I think this means that Owl needs to work out a little more.
Don't worry, I heard an hour and a half a day will do wonders for him.
Game respect the game.
Don't hate the player. So, alright. I'm gonna bring you guys back up to your rooms. That medicine is gonna do its job, and then we'll get you all sutured up to head on out.
So he brings you all up to your rooms. Each of you are in a different room. It's not like the same like bunk bedish type of thing, unless anybody wanted that, but I didn't plan for it. You each get into your rooms, you get into your beds, and you guys kind of knock out. It's time to go to sleep.
Can we be in a 5-person bunk bed?
A 5-person bunk
Yeah,
bed.
we will have so much room for activities.
Do you guys all want to be in the same room?
No.
Or do you want? Okay.
No.
Not really.
All right.
Wilhelm
Wow.
snores, and I don't trust Owl.
Owl's in a 5-person bunk bed, but it's only Owl.
It's for each of his personalities.
That would be way too many beds. You can't afford that. So you guys.
Prae's covering it though.
Prae is covering the room board for 5 individuals, not Owl.
Not 5 owls.
Not 5 owls. All right, so you guys pretty much go to bed, and since this is kind of like our in-between episode between arcs because the virtual world arc is over, we're going to be going ahead and handling your level ups now. So the way to do that, I've devised a little bit more of an interesting way than last time, and we're going to be doing it one at a time. So let's go ahead, and we're going to start with Owl. You guys are now level 4. Just letting you all know that's a 2-level jump. So we're just going to break it down, and it's going to be a little bit different, just as I said. So we're going to start with Owl here. And as you're sleeping soundly, Owl, you feel yourself jolt awake, as if you sense some sort of ominous feeling around or near you. But as soon as your eyes open, the only thing that you can see is complete pitch black darkness, inky darkness. However, you can see yourself very clearly, but nothing around you is visible. You can't even feel yourself either, but you can see yourself.
What do you mean I can see myself? Like my arms and stuff? Or like...
Yep, you can see your arms, you can see your legs, but nothing around you is visible.
Okay.
And everything is completely dark. What are you going to do?
Not again.
Not again.
Am I in changeling form?
Yeah, you currently you're in changeling form.
Alright. I guess I'll try to walk around and see if I can feel any solid objects.
Okay, so as you move around, you can kind of feel the ground very faintly, but it seems like it isn't really there. Like, you can't really trust exactly where you're walking around. You're outstretching your arms, you can't really feel anything. And there's no solid objects nearby.
So, hello? Anyone here?
So you ask hello out to the darkness, and you merit no response. So as time passes for a little bit while you're in this inky blackness, you kind of look down at your hands and feet that you were able to see earlier, and everything is starting to disappear very slowly into the inky blackness. Your feet, your arms, you can still feel them a little bit, but you start to begin to feel them less, like they're kind of disappearing completely from you. What do you do?
I'm sorry, Larry. Is this you? I should not have made that joke.
So you merit no response at all, and it's starting to climb up further now. Your arms and legs are gone. It's pretty much your torso, and you're just floating there. And as it kind of is reaching up further and climbing up further your torso, you just hear this coming from the darkness.
I see everything that happens in the dark. What do you do?
Does it ask what he does?
It whispers to me, what do you do?
Yeah, it says, what do you do?
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
I say to it, I was born in the dark.
All right, so you say you're born in the dark. So I am gonna make you just really quickly roll a religion check.
Alright. Oh no.
You said oh no before you rolled it.
No, because I saw my modifier. I got a 4.
Okay, you got a 4.
All right.
For the sake of this, roll it again simply because you would have advantage on this roll.
I got a 4 again.
You actually suck. All right, so it's okay. I'm messing with you,
I
but
feel like might know what this is, regardless.
okay. So you think back to essentially you were performing a religion check. You're kind of thinking, and you know that there is a saying in the old books of Mask that the god Mask can see everything that happens in the dark, and that you should trust it. I guess it would count saying that you were born in the darkness, that you would trust it to some extent. And when you open up, you can now see everything. All of the darkness that was around you are now each individual shadows being cast in all sorts of directions. And you can see them shifting and moving around. It looks like just people walking, but only their shadows, of course. And now there is a much larger shadow that is dominating them all. And it says,
Tell me, Owl, what have you chosen?
and then we're going to proceed with your level up. What did you choose? I want you to describe it in character, sorry. In character, what you changed, what path you took, because I know at level 3 you do get something. And you're basically just explaining this
Alright.
giant shadowy figure.
Well, I'm level 3 now, so
You're level 4.
I have chosen a path of deceit and trickery because I feel like that is my strong suit. So hopefully I will be able to continue stealing, and you know how it is, sneaking and entering the darkness.
Yes.
I assumed so as much. But the specialty of arcane trickster, I thought that was a pretty cool name for what I'm trying to do. And so yes, I'm gonna hopefully learn some basic magics to aid me in my path of righteous sneakery.
Good. Understood.
So now I'll ask out of character, what spells did you take, and understanding more what you did.
Probably should have just done that straight out of character.
I wanted to get a little bit in character. You are explaining yourself.
So I'm arcane. I'm level 4. I'm doing the arcane trickster subclass of rogue, which basically means I learn some basic magics like cantrips and eventually certain levels of spells that I can use just to help with whatever I need it to do. And then I also get the mage hand cantrip, which is basically like a normal spectral hand you can use to like grab stuff. But since I am arcane trickster, it's a little bit different. So I can basically use it to do like thief stuff, like to pick a lock or disarm a trap, or I can even use it to like plant an item on someone or maybe even steal an item from someone. So there's like a little bit of extra utility with that.
And what other spells did you take? Because I know it does give you some spells.
So the spells I took are Silent Image. Basically, I can just cast like a fake image. Like an object within can't be bigger than 15-foot cube. I took Jump, so I touch someone and they can jump 3 times as far as normal.
Oh,
And
oh boy.
doesn't really fit with me, but I want to make people jump. And I took Hideous Laughter, which I thought might be good for getting people to
Laugh at his jokes.
distractions and whatnot.
Gotcha. Is there anything else, like any other bonuses that you got? Like not just like adding to your modifiers, but like is there like any like keen sense or something that you got else than that?
Oh, I took a feat called Quick Fingered. So I basically now get expertise in the sleight of hand skill, so it's twice as good as it was before. And basically, as a bonus action, I can just plant something on someone else, conceal an object on a creature, lift a purse, or take something from a pocket. So basically, I'm just really good at robbing people.
All right, gotcha. So essentially, by your description that you had earlier to this larger shadow that was in the room, it kind of understands what you've taken. It observes your path, and it says,
Well, remember, Owl, everything that happens in the dark, I'll be watching.
and then as you hear that, you're kind of sucked back. You jolt up out of bed, awake, and we're gonna move on to the next character.
And that was our ASMR section.
That indeed was the ASMR. Here's my ASMR.
Thanks for joining us.
ASMK.
ASMK. What? Wait, what's the K?
If you rearrange it, it spells mask.
Ah, congrats. Yes, your deity. All right. Very secretive. All right, so now we're going to go over to Elagos. So Elagos, again, you were also sleeping when suddenly you kind of feel your eyelids being forced open. Not by a hand, but by like some sort of demanding force. And you hear in this loud, booming voice, "Watch!" And the first thing you see is a hulking, bright, shining armor laden with eyes on it, just in like multiple different sections of the armor of just this like visages of eyes. And at first it's a tad unsettling, but then you notice that there is an ever bright application to this visage of this armor here, and you bow.
Is there a muscular French man with a very tall haircut standing next to it?
No, there is not.
Oh my fucking god. Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference?
Stop. There's no JoJo references here, but Elagos, you would very likely recognize your own deity as well. So this is, I believe, Helm, right?
Yes.
Yep. So his voice again booms from the eminence that he's just standing there in this assumedly white space. You can't really see anything else around. And he speaks to you. He said, "Elagos, your duty, your watch, you have broken from your order."
What voice is this?
And then he responds, "And I am proud.
Huh?
You followed your own sense of duty. You watched with your own eyes, and I watch with mine. So tell me, what path have you chosen?" And now we're gonna handle your level up.
I have chosen the path of devotion. In out of game language, that means that at level 3 I get what's called a sacred oath, and I have chosen the oath of devotion.
Didn't he just accuse you of not being the vote?
Smart guy.
Listen, so you took that oath, and what are the tenets of that oath? / what did you get?
The tenets of devotion: honesty, don't lie or cheat, let your word be your promise. Courage, never fear to act, though caution is wise. Which is kind of like two separate things, but okay. Compassion, aid others, protect the weak, and punish those who threaten them. Show mercy to your foes, but temper it with wisdom. What? This is all like opposites.
Yes, it's very confusing.
What about the last tenet?
Duty?
Wool doesn't speak for you.
Be responsible for your actions and their consequences. Protect those entrusted to your care and obey those who have just authority over you. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Okay, it doesn't count, but we're gonna continue with you. So, did you take any other spells?
The other one is honor, but apparently we don't care
Okay.
about that one.
I'm sorry. So honor was the last one.
No, we're moving on. Apparently.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done. I didn't know.
I get oath of devotion spells, protection from evil and good, and sanctuary at level 3. I think I could just like switch those in with the ones that I know.
Yeah, I think they're like you can cast them at any time because they're part of your oath. Like you don't have to have them like loaded in like to the spells that you know, but like they just come as you can cast them at any time, but you have to use a slot for it.
I will have to look that up to make sure that's correct, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But so you got those 2 oath spells. What other spells did you get? Just that you could choose.
I get Channel Divinity, which I can channel the Vin.
No. I channeled the Vin.
I can make you give me a sacred weapon, or turn the unholy. So I can make Owl face a different way if I wanted to.
Okay. Okay. And then what's the sacred weapon?
Sacred weapon. Imbue one weapon that you're holding with positive energy. For 1 minute, add your charisma modifier to attack rolls. Minimum bonus of +1. Weapon also emits a bright light in a 20-foot radius and a dim light in 20 feet beyond that, and gains magical.
Your weapon just gives compliments to people because it's full of good energy. But pretty much.
It just plays Feel Good Ink on repeat while it's active.
Oh, jeez. So, did you get anything else? Like, we got some spells, we got some passives. Anything else that you garnered from to level 4 jump?
Not really. I don't think Paladin is really spell heavy in the early levels. I got an extra first level spell slot. That's about it. And then my health went up by I was at 16. Now I'm at 31 max health.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice indeed. All right, so that pretty much handles it. We've got everything that we've got here. So, after you said that you had passed or were choosing the path of devotion, Helm kind of just stares you down from his giant menacing armor full of eyes. And he says, "Go forth, be vigilant, never betray your trust, and watch." And then you also startle yourself awake. And we're going to go over to Wilhelm now. So, Wilhelm, you were sleeping just like the other 2 party members before, but you're actually awoken by the amazing smell of home. There's beer, you smell the forge, and you smell like burning meat, just like someone's making some really good some mutton or whatnot, something that a dwarf would enjoy eating. So you lazily awaken, but the scene is not of your home or the room inside of Larry's tavern. But instead you're in a large hall laden with open flames and forges, and a large, bearded, giant dwarf wearing sunglasses, a button-down shirt, and are those sweatpants? is standing there, and he says, "Hey, Wilhelm!" And he approaches you with 2 drafts in hand and tosses one to you.
Are we sure this isn't Owl in disguise again?
No, it's not Owl in disguise. And he tosses you a drink, Wilhelm, and he extends his to clink with yours.
Hey, hello, as Wilhelm clinks the drink.
So he says, "How's my little ember hanging?" And you kind of look at this giant dwarf, and you're really not sure who it is. But as you're inspecting him, you see a hammer and anvil emblazoned on his shirt, right where you would see like a polo symbol on someone's shirt. And you notice this to be your deity, Hephaestus.
Are you Hephaestus?
Oh, please, call me Big Heph. And so I've been watching over you, little Ember. You're killing it down there. You're really giving me a good name up here. And he belches. So I had to drop in. Give me the deets, man. What are your plans? How are you doing? And now we're gonna head over your level up.
I am so very confused. Well, I did not think I would go to bed and see my deity, so that is a development in my life.
Most people don't.
Well, come on up, man. Here we are.
As far as how I'm going to handle myself later down the line, I have, I guess, become able to use more powerful magics than the ones I've used before. For example, I am now able to use the heat metal spell, magic weapon, and other such second level magic like prayer of healing as a way to heal all of my friends when they get covered in boo-boos or whatever, things of the sort. On top of that, well, I realized that in the various scuffles the party and I got into with the Prae and his cohorts, it would be very wise for me to come up with a way to concentrate on my spells better in the middle of a fight, so that if I'm concentrating on, say, a spiritual weapon, if I get attacked by a goblin, that weapon will not as easily go away.
Those goblins, huh? Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. So yeah, what you doing? What you doing to counter that?
Well, Vin, I have no way to really describe the Warcaster feat in character.
It's okay. You can then go out of character to do it.
Alright, so as far as my level up, by virtue of hitting level 3, I picked up second level magic. In terms of second level spells that I'm likely to use, well no, because Forge Domain, I just have heat metal and magic weapon just always prepared and available. Beyond that, I took spiritual weapon, prayer of healing, and silence is always a kind of fuck with casters. Then at 4th level, I picked up the Warcaster feat, which when I have to make constitution saves to maintain concentration on a spell, I roll that with advantage. When I can perform the somatic components of spells when I have like a weapon or shield in my hand. So when Wilhelm has his shield and Warhammer, I can just easily cast spells. And then the last boon from that is when a hostile creature provokes an opportunity attack, I can use my reaction to cast a spell as long as that spell has the casting time of an action and targets one creature. So in theory, I can't, opportunity attack, boom, I cast Fireball.
Yeah, you could do that, but you can't cast like Magic Circle, the thing that takes like 10 minutes to set up.
No, I cannot
Yeah, you
cast
cannot,
Fireball,
yeah.
because that's a...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that was an example of what I could not do.
Oh, understood. All right, so what other bonuses did you get?
That is literally it.
Okay. So as you kind of go over that, Hephaestus is listening. Big Heph is listening to you, and he sits down next to one of those open flames and begins melding some metal, and he kind of like a little bit of singe comes down. He's like, "Ooh, hot." So, all right, my little Ember. I just got you to remember this. Listen, when the going gets tough, the tough get, and then as soon as he starts that sentence and begins to end it, you wake up in a cold sweat.
The tough get goblins.
And we're going to move on to the next character. There are no goblins involved in the making of this deity meeting.
This meme was created by Goblin Gang.
This podcast episode was made by Goblin Gang. Goblin Gang loves Wilhelm. So now we're going to move over to Ander. And Ander, essentially you're having a nice snooze. And as you're snoozing off, in that dream world, you're able to smell the smell of books, some ink, and is that glue? And it kind of like rouses you from your slumber a little bit. And as you
He's
look
really
all
hungry.
around you, did you just make a joke about him eating glue?
No, eating books.
Oh, eating the books. Okay, that's not as bad. So all around you is a fantastical library. As far as you can see, there are tons of tomes spread everywhere, all over the floors, all over the walls. There's paper flying in every direction. Ink is blotted on the walls and is being sent onto pages in various books. And you just hear, as you're looking around in just quite an amazement, you just hear a voice enter your mind, and it's just like, Ander. And you hear that now in your head, and you look around looking for someone that said it, but a parchment flies by over your head. And near a shelf, you see the visage of a man made out of swirling papers, but then it quickly disperses and starts reappearing in multiple places at once, almost as if it's running around rampantly, trying to record everything that's going on, reading over books, editing. And then the voice appears in your head again now, and it says, "My pupil, how are you?"
Hey, Agna, it's kind of been a while. It's been a wild ride.
Oh. Tell me about it. What's been going on?
Well, I met someone who was able to, make copies of me. That was kind of interesting. I also found this book and has a couple of different and unique spells in it. So I kind of took it and have just been poking around and reading it.
Oh, understood. You've got it. Very interesting. And he jots it down in one of his books and flies off to a nearby shelf. And he says, "So tell me, what are you learning right now, Ander?" And that's gonna head into your level up.
Alright, well at level 3 I did receive a pact boon and I took the Pact of the Tome.
He likes that.
That let me learn 3 cantrips from any class. So the cantrips I took were Shillelagh, Gust, and Mending. At this level I'm also able to take a 2nd level spell, and because I got mad at Prae by sending me combat dummies, I decided to take Hold Person.
Okay, gotcha. A non-combat spell.
Yep. So at level 4, I got a stat boost, so I was able to boost my charisma by 2. And I got to pick another cantrip, so I finally took Eldritch Blast.
Perfect. The good combat spell.
And because I took Eldritch Blast, I'm switching to my invocations by removing Misty Visions and adding Agonizing Blast, which lets me add my Charisma modifier to the damage of Eldritch Blast.
What's your charisma modifier?
+5. And at level 4, I'm able to grab another spell, so I picked Levitate.
Okay. So for purposes of not having explained it, it basically just lets you levitate, right?
Yep, I can levitate, but the only way I can move while levitating is by pushing and pulling off of different objects.
Okay, you got it. So is there anything else to your level up that you went over? Anything else that needs to be talked about?
I got a lot of HP now.
What's your total?
35.
Okay, that's pretty good. Interesting. So a book slams, and you see he appears now further away from you on another shelf, about, I'd say, maybe about 100 feet away. And he says, I have a word of advice. And as soon as he does, the being you saw from 100 feet away, the papers fly up to your face, and a larger face of paper appears very detailed with words flying across its face, very, very close to you. And he says, the towers are very real, my pupil. Find them and report back. I'm expecting great things from you. And, oh, remember, knowledge is power. And as soon as he says that, the sheet of paper hits you in the face, and you awake from bed. So we've gone over everyone except Breathweaver. So now we're just going to head into his. So Breathweaver, you were sleeping, and then you open your eyes for some reason, and you are now wide awake in a grand room, sitting in a very comfortable chair, made of half plush red cushions. And
Is it another therapy chair?
no, it is not another therapy chair. Not right now. All right, just to go back, so you were sitting in a very comfortable chair made of half plush red cushions, and the other half was solid wood. So white marble streaks the floor on one side of this room, and plain wood is on the other side. And inside of this room with you are actually two figures. One is a kind-looking, humble old man, draped in rags with a cane. And on the other side is a woman wearing all black with shiny black hair, and she is stunningly beautiful. She opens her mouth with a gracious smile and says, "What do we have here? A human," she chuckles, "who seems to fancy dragons. I'd say he has good taste. What say you?" as she glances towards the older gentleman, and he kind of scowls at her but responds, "Yes, it seems so. Very intriguing. Young man," and he kind of points to you with his cane, "what are you attempting to accomplish at the moment?" And now we're going to go over into your level up.
Oh wait, so I'm trying to accomplish my level up? Is that what you're saying, Vin?
Trying to accomplish at the moment? Yeah, let's see if you can work your way through it, Corley. I know everybody else did. I believe in you. But yeah, let's see if you can. They kind of just want to know what you're doing right now. You can either explain it in as Breathweaver as to what you've been doing to level yourself up, or as in third person, Corley.
I'll try to do Breathweaver, and if I fail, I'll switch over to third person.
Yeah, eventually at some point you will have to go to third person to describe it. But go ahead.
I have learned to
Switch over.
Yeah, switch back. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
I have learned to exude an aura more like a dragon. And by that I mean third person here. I took menacing as my 4th level feat, which gives me +1 to charisma, it was intelligence. No wait, what was it? Charisma. Yeah, charisma.
He is struggling through the level up.
And if I can use my action to demoralize one humanoid I can see in 30 feet who can hear me.
Is it Elagos? It's going to be Elagos.
It's got to be Elagos. And the Elagos is going to have to make a wisdom insight check against my charisma intimidation check. And if my check succeeds, Elagos will be frightened of me until his next turn.
By demoralized, do you mean like you're gonna yell something at them that will intimidate them?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
I could do that, or I was thinking, well, I mean, that's one of the options, but dragons have something called fearful presence, and I was thinking maybe in Breathweaver's mind, he kind of
exudes this, or well, he uses that move, but in reality, he's just exuding this draconic aura.
I just imagine Breathweaver just like kind of just like hunching over a little bit, putting his fingers out.
He spreads his wings wide.
Yeah.
And stands tall. He's like, roar.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to scare somebody like that. So you grab the feet menacing. What else did you get?
I have also improved my breathing.
I no longer have sleep apnea.
I have now learned the art of Hamon.
I bought a CPAP machine.
Okay. All right. We're literally cutting into too much of Corley's stuff. Go ahead. Keep going.
So by that I mean, I got meta magic, and I can quicken spell, which allows me to cast a spell as a bonus action for 2 sorcery points. And I also took twin spell, which lets me to recast the same spell, or cast it on a second target if it targets one person. 1 point per level, and 1 point if it's a cantrip.
Gotcha. And what other types of spells did you learn, if you learned any?
And also I have improved my fire breath. And by that I mean I learnt Agonizar's Scorcher, which is a breath of, so I basically from me out in a 30-foot line is just a giant fire breath kind of thing. And it does 3d8 fire damage against the dex save in anyone in the way. I also am I'll just say this out of character. I'm also able to, I took a spell called Enhance Ability, but I renamed it Dragonify Ability.
Okay.
And it'll allow me to give a boost to one of the 6 attributes. And I replaced, yes, and each one has a name, but I replaced each name with dragons instead of the respective animal.
I actually want you to keep that a secret so that when you say it later on in the podcast, I get confused, so you get to explain it again.
And I also I mastered another element, the element of earth. So now I can breathe earth. And by that, I mean, mold earth, which means, essentially, I can choose, so that I can do like 1 of 3 things to a 5-foot cube of dirt, which is
Eat it.
target, loosen the area. Yes, I can eat the dirt. Om nom nom. I love dirt. If it's loose dirt, I can excavate it, move it 5 feet away. It doesn't cause enough damage to hurt anyone. I can actually put shapes into the dirt, shapes, colors, or both, into dirt or stone, spelling out words, creating images, or shaping patterns.
I thought you just meant you were gonna like bury a shape in the dirt, like you're just gonna take a cube and put it in a hole.
Oh.
I literally I'm thinking of this like the excavation part. Like he just takes he just bites into the ground, like like when people put like the cherry stems inside of their mouth and like twist it around. This is him like changing what the actual thing is. I don't know why, but this is the visual image I'm getting. Okay, so you have mold earth,
and then the last one I can do is basically make a 5-foot block difficult terrain or undifficult terrain the block for an hour. And I can do that up to 2 times on the up to an hour ones, and then the other one as many times as I want. It's a cantrip, to clarify.
All right. Any other spells?
That was all the spells I could pick. I still have the same ones from before. I do have 3 second-level spell slots now, though.
Okay.
Oh.
That's good. All right. So as you had described essentially what you had done for your level up, the woman starts to speak now, and she says, "A strong soul for sure. I like him." And the older gentleman says, he has promise, but tell me, young man. And these two now start to speak in unison. What do you admire about dragons?
Shit, I didn't see that question coming. After taking a moment in silence to think, Breathweaver goes, "They're cool and noble, and, well, to be honest, it's been a while since I've thought about the why so much as the how. Right now, all I can say is it's a feeling, an unexplainable feeling like love that one just can't put into words. Perhaps I need to get back to you on that one.
Everything Breathweaver knows about dragons comes from baddragon.com.
It literally
Oh my
does.
fucking god.
What is baddragon.com?
No, don't look it up.
No,
Don't
no,
look it up.
no.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
It's too late.
Thank you, listeners.
Oh
Still
God.
does. All right, so now, all right, so you like just had their nobility. So we'll take that as a half answer here. So you see the older man. He kind of smiles and he's
Partial
just like, he's like God damn it, dude, stop. I like that answer, he says. And the female that's also standing in the room says, well, I mean, you have to admire some of the power that dragons possess, correct?
Yes. Did I not say that?
No.
I thought I said they were cool.
You said they were okay. So she kind of just like gets a little bit happier, and the older man kind of gets a little bit more upset at the fact that you're kind of siding with her on just like the power portion. And he says he kind of says to that woman, he's like, he's my champion, not yours. And then the female turns to him and it's like, that's still to be determined. And they kind of just like look like they're about to start fighting.
Oh jeez.
Are you gonna just attempt to side with one or the other at the moment, or you just see them like kind of just like glaring each other down?
No. I'm not gonna side with one or the other at the moment.
So as soon as they're kind of just like essentially bickering with one another about where your stance is for what like you admire about dragons, you kind of just like snap back awake and you're inside of your bed. And it wasn't particularly like a quick ending like everybody else's. You kind of just wake up and there you are. Now the necklace that you're wearing though, however, underneath your shirt, does remain still like a grayish blue color. And that's where we're going to stop with everybody's level ups. We can continue on with the rest of the session now.
I really wish this took place in the 5-person bunk bed, so then we all woke up and like, I just had the craziest dream. Me too.
Oh my god.
Oh, you had the same dream?
You guys had the dream about the talking backwards lady?
You guys are having dreams?
Okay, so as you all kind of meander downstairs after your very long naps, you do see it is also dark again outside. But you each have slept for about what is close to over 12 hours, probably closer to like...
Would you say 12 to 15 hours?
12 to 15 hours, yeah. That would probably be an accurate amount. So Larry is kind of working downstairs on making some drinks at the bar, and he has at least 10 glasses filled with different liquids, different colored liquids there, and he says, hey, how are you guys all doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well.
I had a very weird dream.
Oh, you too?
Ah!
Just good response. So he says, hey guys, so now that you're all feeling better, check this stuff out. I shut down the bar for a bit to take care of you guys, pretty much, and I made some great new usuals. You know what? To pay me back, you guys gotta at least test them out for me. They're pretty cool.
Oh sure, I'd love to.
I mean, Larry, I'm a dwarf. Why would I not drink alcohol?
Exactly. Get over here.
So Larry, I wasn't in the right mind to think this before because I was just so exhausted, but how long or how many cycles did we go through in that simulation if we were in there for 6 to 3 months?
What?
6 to 3. I don't know how many cycles that is. Listen, man, remember, I don't count that high. I don't have the stats on that, so I'm not really sure. I honestly don't know.
I assume that you call them the usuals because you served it to us so many times and not just 3 days.
No, they're just usuals.
Or am I overthinking it?
You're overthinking it.
Okay.
So I got some usuals for you
Well,
guys.
shit.
So
What's in them?
Alcohol.
and you see he's got a bunch of usuals sitting down on the bar. He's got about like a few glasses there. You see there is a red usual. It's a red liquid swirling around inside of a goblet-like glass. There is a blue usual.
A bluusual.
A bluusual. Oh, that's ooh. Thank you, Eligos. A bluusual. It's sitting inside of a square glass. There's a tall yellow glass. Wow, usual with a Y in front of it. Yeah, and then there's a purple triangular glass called a poosual. Not as good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to scatological jokes. Okay, next. Then there's a green usual, a grusual. inside of a wooden
All right,
mug.
stop this.
All right, fine. There's a black glass with a twisty straw on it.
It's called the catheter.
Fuck you, dude. So we have a white usual inside of an octagonal shaped glass and a pink liquid inside of a large bowl.
A large bowl?
Yep, it's a bowl.
Andrew's gonna just grab the bowl and drink up.
Andrew, you're playing dangerous game.
I know.
All right, so you grab the punch. So the first thing that happens is there is no constitution check. You're automatically drunk as you drink the entire bowl of pink liquid, and it kind of tastes like oddly fruity, but like kind of like a strawberry. And this does give you an effect that you don't know, of course, by the first time you're using it, but I will explain to the players, is that every time that you are hit for the next 24 hours, the first time you get hit inside of a fight, instead of it actually dealing damage to you, it will heal you and grant you temporary HP.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, I want some of that.
It's gone. He drank all of
Too
it.
bad. I drank
He
it
literally
all.
just grabbed the jungle juice and chugged it, dude.
What are the other colored drinks? There was blue, yellow, green, purple, white, black.
Yeah, red, blue, yellow, purple, green, black, white. That's the ones that are left.
I'll drink the. Wait, can we ask him like what each do, or is it just like a random?
Sure, you can go ahead and ask him.
So, Larry, what's in the white and black one?
I don't know.
I'll drink a white one. Yeah, and I'll be ghoul when I do it for color.
Okay, you color code yourself. You drink the white usual, and again, automatically drunk. Like what you gain the ability to do is for the next 5 minutes, you're able to swap your spot with any object once.
Oh no.
Which basically means he's going to rush at the enemy and then swap with another party member.
Only within the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, the next 5 minutes
Oh.
for this white usual. These will be purchasable later.
I'll drink the red one.
Okay, so the red usual inside the goblet glass,
It's just Hawaiian Punch.
yeah,
It's the Rougeul.
it's just Gatorade. So
Oh, nice! I love Gatorade.
and as soon as you say that, you immediately burp and fire comes out of your mouth, and it continues to come out of your mouth for the next minute. You have fire breath.
What is this, Smash?
As soon as no, that's curry. But fire is just constantly coming out of your mouth. It's kind of spicy. You can taste cinnamon.
Also, for the next 5 minutes, you cannot use doors. You must smash through walls and shout, "Oh yeah!"
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah!
As you say that, flames just immediately keep spurting out of your mouth.
Am I setting his bar on fire right now? Because I'm just...
No. It's fine. His bar is fireproof.
I will take the blue one.
Okay, so the blue usual is inside of the square glass.
Excuse
and
me.
You drink it.
Excuse me. The what?
The blue usual
Thank you.
is inside of a square glass, and again, automatically drunk. For the next few seconds into the future, and I say few seconds in kind of a weird way, you are able to see or foresee the future. And the future is 9 times out of 10 someone throwing up. And you see kind of just get like a flash forward, and you just see like Aul throwing up in like an alleyway later on in the night.
All right, everybody, listen to me. Somebody is going to.
All right. So what does anyone else want to give a try on? So currently what we have left is yellow, purple, green, and black.
It's only Wilhelm left, right?
Well, lady, which one of these do you
Drink
do you
all
have?
4.
Oh my God! Drink all 4 because it's the dwarf.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Lady, which one should they try?
He says, "I got you, buddy," and he gets an even bigger bowl, and he puts all of the usuals into one glass, and he's like, "Here you go."
What color is it now? It's probably like brown.
It's like when you mix paint waters.
No, it's black because the black one was also thrown in there. It kind of overtakes the rest of the colors.
All right, so what's in this this Chimera usual?
Usual, pusual, grusual, and
the catheter.
the catheter.
So purple, green, black. What else?
Yellow. That's it. Just 4 of those.
All right, Wilhelm is gonna. Well, I guess I'm going to bite the bullet, and then he's just gonna drink the bowl.
You are absolutely smashed. Like everyone else is kind of like really drunk, but you are just like, hey,
I'm picturing that Mr. Krabs meme when he's sitting at the picnic table and just looking around.
He starts imitating Big Heph.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's pretty. Oh no.
Yo, wait, is Wilhelm wearing sweatpants?
Wilhelm is not wearing sweatpants.
He might now. One of the drinks did that to him.
Oh my god.
No, okay, what do these do?
Okay, so what happens is the yellow one, or you guys would, I'm just gonna explain it as the yellow one. Your limbs kind of grow a little bit. They give you an extra like, so you grow, you get a little bit taller, your arms get a little bit longer. Essentially, it gives you reach. For
He's
24
regular
hours.
size now.
Yeah, he's normal size. He's as tall as Elagos now. He's like, what's up? The purple triangular glass, Wilhelm kind of is just sitting around and he hiccups. And as soon as he hiccups, I want everybody to make a save for me. And Tyler, since you know it, what's the save for Tasha's hideous laughter?
Oh my god.
I think it's a wisdom save.
It is wisdom.
All right, everybody make a wisdom save.
Oh! Nat 20.
All right.
19.
No, I have -1 for wisdom.
I got an unnatural 20.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, I have +1 for wisdom because it's one of my known saving throws. That is a 9.
Ha! He got a 9. But yeah, there is so everybody rolled, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else got lower than a 14 besides Elagos?
No.
So, as soon as you do so, you are actually struck by the hideous laughter of Tasha, and you're pretty much just going to end up laughing.
Can Plumbo do the hideous laughter for us?
Yeah, go ahead. Laugh, Elagos. Laugh.
I don't wanna.
So how long can the usual let me cast Tasha's City's left, or is it a one-time use?
It's a one-time hiccup, DC 14. So
Alright.
that's what the purple one does. The grusual, you kind of just start slurring your words horrendously, but you do get the feeling that you could speak to animals now for about 2 hours. But you're trying to speak, Wilhelm, and you can't hear a damn thing. Like you're just like, I just got him, drink him.
So it's like me normally.
Yeah, it's you. Yeah, more or less. And then the black usual, or the black usual.
The catheter is what it's called, Vin.
Yeah, the catheter. Fine. Okay, next. So now for the black usual, let's go ahead. Okay, yeah. So for the next for the next few minutes, you have the ability to exchange shapes with an object. It gave you the effect of the white usual.
Is it just random?
Yep, it's random. That's why I rolled the
All
dice.
right.
Yep, it's completely random. So now that you guys are all sufficiently drunk, you guys are feeling much better than before. You're having a great time, and pretty much everybody is, I don't know, just hanging out. There's not too much to do. You guys keep getting drunk. You're drinking all these different types of potions that Larry's got out for you guys. Really alcohol, but you're all smashing, and you decide to go to bed again.
Hey, where are we supposed to be doing something?
I don't know. I'm just embracing the fact that I am tall.
Nah, there's like something with like tall buildings, towers.
The towers are real. But wants me to find them.
But like, what were we supposed to be doing with them again? Are we supposed to? No, I got it. Eligo starts like taking chairs and starts putting them on top of the table, stacking them. We need to make the tower.
Oh.
Elagos, I don't think that is a good idea.
Breathweaver starts helping. He likes this idea.
All right, so you guys are actually stacking chairs in Larry's bar. Larry's like having a doozy with this. This is actually kind of hilarious seeing you guys drunk. And then later on in the night, most of you guys are pretty much sufficiently plastered, and you all head over to bed.
Before I head to bed.
Oh, sure. Do you guys want to do any more bar antics before you do so?
Before I head to bed, I'm just gonna pull out the second from the bottom chair, just kind of yank it out and yo Jenga.
And then yo Jenga, and then there's this like Elagos and Breathweaver on top, and they just fall to the ground. They're just like piss laughing. They're just like they're literally just having like the time of their lives.
I feel like we just combined like musical chairs and Jenga, and like right when the music stops, Andrew just pulls out the chair and yells Jenga.
Oh my god. So you guys have had pretty much a good time here, and you all head off to bed. And the next morning, all of you wake up, but not in your beds. Ander, you look around, you're in
God.
some sort of library. Breathweaver, you're in the middle of a tree in a park, what looks like. Elagos, you're inside of a jail cell. Wilhelm, you're at another bar, slumped over it, on a bar stool, and Aul, you're in an alleyway next to some trash bags. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Welcome to the City of Rule, guys, and welcome to Tofek.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Good Job Adventures. If you like what you just heard, be sure to let us know by rating the podcast on your preferred listening platform. It really helps us out a lot. For questions about the cast, business inquiries, or if you're looking to get rid of that end table next to your couch, contact us at goodjobadventures@gmail.com. For everything else, follow us on Twitter at GJAdventures. We promise we'll maybe follow back. Be sure to tell your friends about us, or your enemies. We're not picky. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.